Hey, what is up everyone? Crew Danny and Puchoy Crew Alex. Today, in this video, let's cover some basic kicking techniques we have in Muay Thai. So check it out. All right, we're gonna start with our first kick. All right, that's the main weapon we have in Muay Thai. I like to call this the bread and butter technique. Reason being why mixed martial arts have adopted Muay Thai is mainly for the elbows, knees, as well as this particular kick, which is the low kick. All right, it's the most effective weapon we have in Muay Thai because it's very easy to do, easy to start mastering, and it's very, very highly effective because it's hard to block. And people, when you start to chop their legs down, everything starts to fail. All right, so the low kick in Muay Thai is going to be done as such, right? So Alex is going to throw one here, boom, to the leg, and then come back, right? So notice there's many variations of finalizing your kick. The first one, as he's shown here, is stepping to the ground and returning back to your stance. That's a good way to practice it. Other times we like to do a 180. He'll point in the opposite direction after his kick and then return to his stance. And other times, such Thai fighters will do is a full 360 spin and add a check at the end just to cover, right? Some people like to train that way too. So we like to incorporate all methods. So the low kick is a very powerful kick. Now, a couple of pointers here. Number one, just like when you do knees in the previous video, we talked about making a step with your lead leg. So try to make a slight step on an angle here, boom, and always turn your feet. So notice where his feet's gonna be pointed once he turns. His body's gonna force the rotation of his lead foot into a 90-degree angle. So watch this, he's gonna turn, boom, into the kick. If you don't turn the lead foot, that's gonna stop the motion into your hip. And the main power source of your kick is going to be twisting your hips. So we have to engage that lead foot and let it turn on the outside so that way our hip can turn into the kick to generate more power. So if he throws a few here, notice how the whole body turns into the kick. All right, so if he faces the camera and do one slow motion here, watch how the hip and upper body will turn together. All right, so here, boom, and that is a good swing kick if you practice like that. What you don't want to do is keep the shoulders back and just kick like this. All right, a lot of people will keep the shoulders straight and kick and just snap the foot out, right? Number one, you have no tilt. Number two, you have no power because the hip is not turning and you're not rotating your body into the kick. Plus, you're going to injure yourself because that doesn't rotate your shin bone to kick with the hardest surface you have of your kick, so that the inner calf, sometimes the ankle, or even your feet, you're going to break your feet if you catch somebody's shin or knee like this. All right, so now we also have the lead side, right? So on the lead side now, sometimes you're going to take a step, right? So he's going to take a step across and turn that kick, right? So again, step across, boom, turn that kick. Once again, now you want to turn to the opposite side, right? Towards the inside. So if someone had the same stance as you, that would be the inside low kick. Sometimes we'll do a skip, just like with the knees, he'll do a skip step, boom, throwing that kick, depending on the distance. And other times you want to probe with it. So we'll do something more similar to this, where we just slide it in, and then just come back. So that way there, you don't generate as much power with this type of kick, but it's more like a jabbing kick, just to bait the leg instead. So you'll just skip step here, boom, and then return back to his stance. This is more like a, baiting or jabbing kick to the inside of the leg, but these are variations we do for our low kicks. Now, targets for the kicks, of course, we talked about the legs, but then we can also use the same mechanics and throw these to the body. And then eventually, if your flexibility allows, we want to use those same kicks once again to the face, to the head, right? So that way there, when you throw kicks, the opponent doesn't know where the kicks are coming. One thing about kicks versus punches is they're very hard to read. If Alex were to throw a low kick or a middle kick or a high kick, to me, as a fighter fighting in front of him in my stance, I'm seeing the same starting angle shooting out from the ground. So the moment here, freeze before the feet releases the mat, or in this case the floor, and goes to the target, it's going to be the same predictability. So it's very hard for me to read which angle he's coming from. So if he's going to shoot a low kick, a body kick, or a high kick, it's only at the last milliseconds that I'll realize where it's coming from. So that's the nice thing about kicks is if your flexibility allows, you can start changing the range of motions of where you're going to attack with your swing kicks. This is beautiful because when you start chopping the legs, eventually just the opponent's going to start to think that's the only area you're going to start attacking, and eventually one to the body and then back to the legs, and then boom, one comes out into the face or the head, so that way there it keeps the opponent guessing and it's hard to read. All right, next up, we're going to talk about another very, very effective kick, and that is the push kick, also known as the teep. In Muay Thai, we use push kicks more than front kicks. All right, the difference between a front kick and a push kick is the front kick is going to be more of a striking technique with the ball of your foot. So let's say I do a front kick here, boom, I'm striking with the ball of the foot, right? So I extend from the knee. As a push kick though, if Alex does a push kick here, watch how he's going to raise and just drive it almost like he's going downwards slightly. So he pushes me back, boom, right? The push kick is again using the flat portion of your foot, but then extending to the ball of the foot, but keeping the opponent at bay. All right, so it is a powerful kick, but it's something that's really going to drive someone away from you. All right, so if we do the back push kick, all right, that's the strongest kick. So he goes back push kick here, lifts and pushes, and then comes back into a stance, just like when we do knees. So he goes again, push kick here, and boom, you extend. So it's almost like you're pressing on a gas pedal, and you extend, boom, and then you're out. All right, now we have the lead push kick as well. So if he does the lead push kick, there's a couple of variations how you want to set this up. Number one, without even moving, he's going to raise his lead leg up and then just drive the push kick. He knows in his mind he's in the perfect distance to throw a push kick, or someone's coming in. He wants to do that almost like a stop kick, like to jam the opponent's attack. So just a push kick here. That's used very effectively. Another one, you need to drive it in. So he's going to step into his push kick, steps, and then gets more distance, right? So step again, and then covers a little bit more distance. And then we can also use the switch, right? The skip step. So switch push kick right here. And then he does that skip, boom, just like we did with our skip knee. So these are variations of the push kick techniques we have in Muay Thai. And the targets, just like with the swing kicks, we can do them at all levels, right? So professional Muay Thai will allow you to do kicks anywhere in the body. So we can attack, the body is mainly the major place you're going to throw push kicks, but sometimes we'll do push kicks to the quadriceps, to the legs, all right? And sometimes you can also use those push kicks to the face. All right, guys, so there you have it. Fundamental kicking techniques we have in Thai boxing. Hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Leave us a thumbs up and make sure to subscribe. We'll catch you
in the next video.
Take care.